Yes, Pebble Beach is a very important event for Bugatti because on that special week we have both. We have historic car lovers and we have super sports cars and luxury car lovers coming to this place in the summer. So August is a very good period of time because it's in the middle of the year, and we have on the other side we have Geneva as the starting point of the year. Then we have a lot of our customers which are joining, and then for us it's special because the United States is our biggest single market, and it's also an opportunity to sell cars. Due to the fact that there are a lot of vintage or historical car lovers, it's clear also that for us as a Bugatti brand, which is celebrating the 110th anniversary, there is a strong, or there should be a strong relationship between the owners of historical cars and new cars. So yes, we want to attract them also for our new lineup. Yes, we said at the beginning of the year 2018 that we want to have at least 2 new launches each and every year. One should be in Geneva and the other one should be in the middle of the year. So we think Pebble Beach is the best place to go. And this year we had La Voiture Noire, so which is, let's say, covering the era of Ettore and his Saint-Jean and the relationship between La Voiture Noire and the Atlantique. And we have 3 eras mainly. So the first one, Ettore, the third one, which is the one of today from 98 till today, and it's ongoing. And the second one, which is the shortest, the time in Campo Galliano, where the EB 110 was born. And so we think that this is a perfect bridge with this car to remember Campo Galliano and the era here in Italy. So this car is an incredible car. We are only going to build it 10 times. All the cars are sold for a price of 8 million euro net. It's an outstanding car because it has an 8-liter capacity engine, 16 cylinders, and 1,600 horsepower. And it has an incredible power-to-weight ratio of just 1.1. Well, this year we are celebrating our 110th anniversary, so it's a good moment in time to look back and to see what the history has given us. And yes, we are a French brand, but the founder was an Italian-born man in Milan. He became French during his life, and I think it's important to embrace all the chapters of the history of Bugatti, and therefore also the short history here in Campo Galliano with the Centodieci has a special place in the history of Bugatti.
The project Centodieci is an homage to the Bugatti EB 110, the sports car that was produced here in Campo Galliano in the early 1990s. It was the very first attempt to bring back the glorious mark after it became so quiet around the brand in the early 1950s. Stilistically, the project Centodieci draws its character certainly from inspiration of the EB 110, classic Italian sports car stance, low front nose, small horseshoe grille, and also performance rear end. All these you find reflected in a modern interpretation on the Centodieci. When a designer works on a homage project, meaning looking back towards a classic car and the inspiration of the vintage automobile that we're quoting, in this case the EB 110, it is also dangerous not to get stuck in the past, not to be blocked into a retro kind of vision, but finding a new interpretation for this new project and quoting certain elements so it has a reminiscence. But the form language and the technical details and the performance aspect of the car need to be leading the new concept and need to be translated into the future. We've chosen the celebration of 110 years Bugatti with 2 homage projects. The first one was La Voiture Noire for Geneva 2019. The second one is Centodieci for Pebble Beach this year. How are the 2 projects different? One clearly relates to elegant grand touring, also in proportion and stance, and the other one relates to the classic appearance of a super sports car in its time. To be here in Campo Galliano, it's actually quite inspirational, as I see an architect really being at work, being given a white sheet of paper and creating an automotive operation here that was very purposefully built and in its architecture completely related to the utmost best creation that a supercar could have. Even more remarkable is that Mr. Benedini, as an architect, had a very strong influence on the creation of the automobile, the EB 110. This is rarely seen in our industry. That's something that I respect a lot, and actually created influences in the translation of our homage project to the project Centodieci.
2018, so last year, together with the team, we decided to have 2 new products coming up each and every year. So last year we had at the Geneva Motor Show, we had the presentation of the Bugatti Chiron Sport. And then here at the Quail, we had the world premiere of the Bugatti Divo. And this year, again, at the Geneva Motor Show, we had a real one of one, La Voiture Noire. And for us, this is the pinnacle of the automotive industry. We call it automotive haute couture. So what's next? What's coming after the Bugatti Divo and La Voiture Noire? But well, I tackled the team and they accepted the challenge, and the result, in my opinion, is wonderful. And now have a look at the car. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bugatti Centodieci. But let me introduce my colleagues. Here we have Mr. Rommelfanger, who is the project manager of all the Bugatti few and one-offs. And then we have Achim Anscheit, our design director. Everybody knows. Thank you, gentlemen. So let me give you a little introduction of why the name and why this car. So if we divide our long history in 3 periods, the first era is the golden era of Ettore Bugatti in the 20s and 30s. The third, so the last era where we are in today, started in 98 when the Volkswagen Group bought the Bugatti brand. And if we speak about the intermezzo in Italy, so the second era, then we speak about Campo Galliano, and we speak about the car which was launched at the time, which was the EB 110. And which was a car which was ahead of its time. There are some around here on the lawn, lucky the owners. And I have to say that Centodieci is Italian and stands for 110. So the inspiration is coming from the EB 110, but also Centodieci stands for us because this year we are celebrating our 110th anniversary, so it's very important to have this name on one of our cars. But let's have a closer look at the car. The car has an 8-liter capacity engine with 16 cylinders, and it has 1,600 horsepower, which is leading to an incredible weight-to-power ratio of just 1.1 kilos. And this is something which is exceptional. And then we worked a lot on the aerodynamic and on the downforce of the car. You can see that in comparison, for example, at the Chiron, that here the horseshoe is smaller, so we have more airflow, easier airflow on the front. We have a nice air curtain on the sides of the car. We have a massive rear diffuser, and we have a spoiler which is increasing the downforce by 200 pounds. So if we put together the exceptional engine, the weight-to-power ratio, the aerodynamics, and the downforce, we have a car which is jump starting from 0 to 60 in just 2.4 seconds. We have a top speed of 236 miles per hour. But every car which is leaving our atelier in Molsheim has to have the clear brand identity of Bugatti. And certainly the Centodieci has it. They have to fulfill the issue of being very performing, but also very easy to drive. They have to be very luxurious, but also very comfortable. They have to be elegant, and they have to have a design which is going to be timeless. And if we speak about the design here, you see elements, and if you compare them with the EB 110s on the lawn, you will see it. We have those elements here, but we also have the clear reference of all the Bugattis, with the horseshoe in the front, with the center line, with the Bugatti lines on the side. And Mesdames, Messieurs, I have to say that we are only going to build 10 of these beautiful cars. The price is 8 million euro net, and the cars are all sold. And yes, they're all sold. Ladies and gentlemen, for me, it's clear that we have to continue to work very hard on the future of our brand and our company. Always keeping in mind, if comparable, it is no longer Bugatti. Mesdames, Messieurs, merci et vive la marque. Thank you very much. Thank you. This is the car. Thank you. Hush, hush.